That's the first time I sent it by email. It's a lot better. Yeah, there he is. I knew he'd fucking be in. Mad Kiwi. How are you, brother? So over there it's 30 in the arvo, isn't it?
It's what?
5:30 in the afternoon, arvo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's been a long day.
We're running all day.
What he's been doing?
Let's see. We got up and planned, like we had a plan. That plan didn't quite pan out, of course.
Yeah. Plans never fucking work. You got to wing it.
Yeah. Well, we're looking at, because I don't know if you've seen the weather.
Yeah. Oh no, you got hurricanes or something, haven't you, over there?
Yeah, it's a tropical depression that's going to turn into a hurricane, but after it passes us. But we're gonna get a boatload of rain, and it's pretty windy because we were going to ride to a charity event this morning, and with all the wind and rain, we're like, yeah, we're not going to do that. So
yeah,
we actually took the ski to the charity event.
Yeah,
and then we went shopping, looking for antiques.
Antiques. That costs a lot of money. Just because it's old, they want to put more dollars on it.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm like, this is bad because I'm looking for garage sale prices.
Yeah.
I thought that's like a garage sale for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like me Softail. This class is a vintage now, 91 Softail. When it's past sort of 30 years, you get you can go and get historical plates, and it's $50 a year to register. But I keep rocking it, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, and your V-Rod, you got that pretty cheap, Sonny. I mean, that's the cheapest one I've ever heard of.
Yeah, that was just a lucky deal.
Yeah, right place, right time.
A guy that we knew.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even know him. He knew Angie. Just out of the blue, called up and was asking about this bike, and I was giving him, well, here's what I'd never pay more than this for it, and kind of giving him some pointers because I thought he was going to buy it.
Yeah.
And then he called me up and he's like, I got him down to $1,500. You want it? And I'm like,
he's haggling for you.
So he run it around the block and make sure it runs and drives. So after he ran it around the block, he's like, oh yeah, it runs and drives good. $1,500. I was like, tell him I'll bring cash tomorrow.
We'll be there. Yeah, crazy.
That's it. Well, I remember when the V-Rods first came in, that would have been like one of the first year models too, wasn't it?
2000 or 2001. 2001, I think.
2001. So I know when I was in the social club, I was in the president. He had a V-Rod booked when they first come out, and his was going to be the first one that entered Australia. Harley sort of jibbed him a bit, and they ended up giving it to Russell Crowe. And the president of the social club, virtually, he ended up getting the third one in Australia. But I did a lot of work to it. You don't get far when you work the engines. I tell you, 180 k's is as far as you could get in a tank of fuel. So you don't get too far on them. Yeah.
Well, it seems like the V-Rods are hugely popular over in the European countries too. I'm in a few groups, and there's a ton of them over there.
Yeah, because they got that big race engine in them, and they go like a scalded cat.
Everybody wants fast.
They were the redheaded stepchild for Harley here.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most hated bikes Harley ever made, and one of the best engineered bikes they've ever built. I was working on this one, and I'm like, all of it makes sense. It's not like any other Harley, but it all makes sense to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. There's Bert. Hey, Bert, how you going? He's from Tasmania. He's right down the bottom of Australia.
What's up, Big Bert? Oh,
Big Bert, yeah.
Not here.
Not here.
What do you mean not here,
The
Karen?
V-Rods aren't big there?
Oh.
Yeah. No, it's not here.
I'm guessing Ireland. They're not popular in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Yeah, I remember when he he's saying, I've got the feed rod coming out, I'll be getting it soon and all this. And then he was filthy the next day. They give it to Russell Crowe, the actor.
What?
Yeah. It pays to be famous, I guess.
Something about that.
Yeah.
Well, my parents are supposed to be on here too. Hopefully they can figure it out. The plans were for them to be with us this morning.
Yeah.
But they live 45 minutes away from us, and there was rain going through between us. So Mom said she's got a Canadian Spider, so she said she's sitting on the bike, helmet on, gloves on, all ready to go. Dad walks out of the garage.
There she is. Hey, Grandma.
Yeah. Dad walks out of the garage and says, yeah, no, that's like all I see is darkness.
Nah.
Not worth it. But it was strange to roll up to a ride in a Jeep Wrangler.
Jeep, you know what that stands for? Every pockets. That's what they say. They reckon they break down too much. Just empty every pocket, Jeep.
Yep. In fact, we almost had to spend a little bit more money on it today.
Oh.
And got lucky. Because Jeeps, we figured out, do not do well going around a corner and hitting water.
Hit a puddle. Hit another car.
We hit another plane. We hit a truck. We hit another truck today.
Didn't leave a mark on my Jeep.
Yep. Front bumper, big chrome front bumper I've got on there, and luckily, that was on there because didn't do anything to.
Can't even tell we were in an accident.
Yeah, it's a lie.
Corner we go all the time, and it's a double turn, and we're on it all the time.
Yep.
And we're always watching for everybody else, making sure they don't cut over into your lane because as soon as you turn, it's one of those ones where there's another light, so everybody wants to get in the far left-hand lane to get in, turn lane. And so you're always watching it for everybody else, and all I hear him say is, "Oh shit!" And I look over, and he's like steering wheel, like turning in the brakes, and nothing was happening.
Wasn't stopping, wasn't turning. So
just when you start aquaplaning, you can't stop those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, everybody was okay. No damage to the Jeep. Messed his truck up a little bit.
And pride.
His big truck.
Pride's always the big one.
More damage than the Jeep did.
Yeah. Well, at first he came pulling into the parking lot, and he's like, "Man, it's driving funky." He thought it was like driving really weird. So he's like, "Well, let me drive it around the parking lot." We were looking at Walgreens, and so he drove it around and came back, and he's like, "Maybe it was just wet and slick where he was at, so it seemed to be running okay." But I thought, "Oh crap!" The entire time I'm saying, like, fingers crossed. Okay, hopefully.
That's it.
But the last thing I want to do is like ruin their day, It's just.
Oh yeah. No.
Like, I don't know what you're going or what you're happening. I'm so sorry, but he was cool.
Yeah. That's what I spend, $8,000 a year on insurance for. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fucking dear over here too. It's like registration. Registration for a bike here is just as dear as a car. It's like $800 a year.
Jeez.
Like the rego paper itself's $120. Then you got to get a roadworthy, which is like the pink slip. They go out your roadworthy. That's like $25. But your green slip, that only covers you if you hit someone and hurt someone. So, which you don't plan to hit anything anyway on a bike, but that's like near $600. That's the dear one. It's like your third-party coverage insurance for your health.
And that's every year for you?
Every year, yeah. Wow. That's why mine's always out of rego for about 2 months. That's when I'm trying to rake all the money together to get it registered again.
Right.
It's just too much. You can't own 2 bikes and register it. A car, bikes, and we've got 2 cars, and then the bike and the trail bike. I'd love to register it, but it's just too dear, so I'll just take that out bush and go bush bashing. I'm going to get on it soon. I'm going to go out and go scouting for tracks for the 4-wheel drive. So jump on the bike again, turn around and see more tracks than you can in a 4-wheel drive, and you know what ones to go up and what not to. So
yeah.
Right.
Looking forward to do that. I'll take the GoPro as well because
Good.
I work with. I know I did a couple at the start of the year out with Jasper where we go shooting camping with my brothers and my old man where we grew up. But out here in the bush where we go forbian, there's a lot of jumps and ruts and everything. It looks like a bundle of fun. So I'm hanging to get out there.
You can take me with you. That sounds fun.
Yeah, just keep it upright and don't hurt myself.
We have a little area not too far from the house. We've got to go investigate. Lots of Jeeps and dirt bikes back there, and then I've got a Traxxas 4x4 nitro powered remote control.
Oh yeah.
That I'm dying to go play with, and I'm thinking about strapping the GoPro to the top of it.
Yeah,
that's it. That'd be awesome. Just send it over.
yeah. You know, you can do all the stuff in that you wish you could do in yours.
Yeah.
Right? So,
but if you break something on that, it's cheaper than breaking it on a bigger one.
right? Well, there's no hospital bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly right. That's the other add on top of it. But I've always thought, like with me dogs too, with Clyde. Taking him, I was nearly going to strap a GoPro to the back of him too, just wrap it around and watch him run around the park because he motors, he just runs. Once he gets to a park, he doesn't stop. He'll run in circles around you till you get to the end of the park and then you put him back on the lead. I thought that'd be cool.
Yeah, some Dramamine to watch.
I've seen some videos like that. One video was they said the dog stole the camera. And the dog's like running around the house, and the guy's chasing him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put it around his neck once, but it dangled like a pen. You couldn't use it, so I just deleted it. But I thought I'm going to try this. Put it on his harness. You ran around the house, and the fucking GoPro's just clown.
You need to get a real helmet mounted on.
Stick a helmet on his head. But he doesn't like things on his head. He'll just stand there and freeze then and look at you. You know, what do I do?
And then you go. Like, go. Just look at you.
Yeah, go get him. That's the way. And you supportbikers.com, that's growing. That's going real good, I can see.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's super cool.
And on the map. That was good.
Yeah. It's fun.
Like I said, anyone comes over to Australia, I'm happy to show them the East Coast. Look, I'm only 3 hours north of Sydney, 2 hours north of Newcastle. And it's now they've got the 4-wheel drive too. Like if it's raining, you just go bush. It's a great part of the world here, that's for sure.
I bet. Wide open areas. Well, apparently the daughter and my dad took the Jeep. He was teaching her how to do sticks.
Send it. Yeah.
And they come back. They have the guts to come back, park it in the garage, get out, and they're like, "You got to see it. It's really dirty." I'm like, "You brought me back a dirty Jeep. And where were you at? What were you doing?" Covered.
They didn't go to the car cleaners to wash it for you.
No. Nope,
they did afterwards.
After.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah. No. They wanted to show you first.
Yeah. Which I would have got, like, if they didn't pull it all the way into the garage. That I'm like, they pulled it all the way in the garage and parked it, and I'm like, no. Down in the corner.
Mine's only been cleaned totally twice since I've owned it. Other than that, it's always been the dirtiest one at work. It's just all over it. It's like, fuck, I'm only going out again on the weekend.
Dirty's fine. I'm not the one, like my bike. I don't care. He likes to shine them up, but I could care less. I'm like, it gets rode. I want people to see it gets rode. So, but that was dirty. Like that was, it was too much. You can see out of the side mirrors. Yeah, no.
That's it. 4 drives can get dirty though, that's for sure. Especially when you go through clay or something. When you go through clay, you want to sort of gurney that off while it's still soft. Otherwise, you'll never get off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the love bugs around here, which is about season again.
Yeah.
The love bugs are like these big black bugs, and they're connected together. That's why they call them love bugs, and they fly around like connected. And they're just swarms of them, and they come twice a year down here. And you're covered in them. Covered in them. Your silver car would be black.
Probably like tar too, is it? Like really hard to get off, like your bug gut.
Yeah, you got to keep trying to clean them off every time. Yeah, you don't want to leave them on.
And if you don't, they'll eat through the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, Brandy. Hey, Brandy, how you going? She's made it.
Really, Brandy. I like the name.
Or double Brandy. Right, I will start these questions, eh? You've seen a couple of lives, so they're pretty much all the same questions. Just to get to know the person.
Yeah.
Right, you can both answer because there's two of you.
Right.
It's pretty simple, like you know. It's what's actually inspired you to do a YouTube channel?
Because I loved his scrapbook and I wanted him to scrapbook too.
Scrapbook.
Yeah, so she's ruining this whole YouTube channel shit. You know, you're scrapbooking only digitally. I said, you call it that one more time and I'm killing the fucking channel. Scrapbook, damn it.
No, I mean, that isn't the reason why. But I loved his scrapbook. I had a scrapbook store, and you know, I was taking pictures and putting pictures into books, and it was just fun to do. And so for me, that's what I'm loving. Like that's our memories. That's everything that we've been doing, and for it to be passed down for our kids, and you know,
To be honest, that's the same way I'm doing mine. It was mainly to show everyone Australia, and also, like I said in answers before, like I got fucking photo albums under the stairs that you don't go back and look at. Whereas on YouTube, you can just put on the telly, click a video, and there it is live, and it's a video, not a photo. So
yeah, it only takes up this much room. Like the hurricane came, we had a hurricane, so we left. And we literally filled up the trunk of my PT Cruiser with scrapbooks. Like that's all it was. I loaded the whole trunk.
Mrs. Smitty likes scrapbooking too. She did that for a good while too. She's got the fourth room we've got in there. She's still got all the shit in there.
She owned a store.
We're in my scrapbook.
Yeah, store. Yeah.
Store. I used to have to haul all her stuff around.
I like Brandy's answer there. Yeah.
I just did most of my photos.
That's a
or
good
right
one.
now, I mean, you take so many of them anyways, you know, and it's like your phone's full of photos and, you know, do I really
carry on?
this that my food that I sent to so-and-so just to show them, like, you know, that day, like it's not necessary. So, like,
I can honestly say I don't think I've ever taken a picture of my food.
It doesn't. I don't do it all the time. I'm not a foodie. I know people love to do that, but
so I started YouTube because we had our Facebook page. We've had it for years, and we had a big following. I didn't really do videos on there though, and so we travel so much across country. And people are always. So we started doing lives when we would travel across country, and people would be like, oh, you know, asking questions. And I could tell that they were really into what we were doing. So I thought if I can show them what we're doing via video, then that makes that experience much more better, right? They can experience what we're experiencing. We can talk to each other because you also can't go back. Like I can watch a video and I can't remember exactly what I was thinking at the moment I shot the video.
He's getting old.
I am. So this allows us to talk and record it. So we actually can throw our thoughts out the minute that it happens. And it just makes it more authentic. That's my answer.
That's your answer?
That's it.
You sticking to it?
I'm sticking to it.
Okay, all right.
Wedding photos included.
Got this one up before that one.
Oh, that was.
That was
Oh man, girl. I couldn't do it. I still, yeah, that would be really hard for me to do. So
I had 35mm cameras.
I'm just curious. Are they called wasp bands over there?
can you hear me?
Have what?
My
See, really, Brandy's thing. It says my wasp band.
it was wasband. It's a
Wasband.
wasband.
It's a wasband. A wasband.
I
Ah,
can't hear
I
Smitty.
get
I
it.
can't hear you. Oh, what happened? I can't hear him.
Are you talking, Smitty?
I just said
There it is.
back
Oh,
back
it was a wasband. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's a
Wasband.
wasband. I didn't.
Yeah, she got
Brandy agreed.
Yeah, she said, "Yes, you're an idiot." Like
Yes. Thanks, Brandy.
Yeah. Okay, the next one we'll go on. It's what's your next favourite hobby? Not bike related.
Besides scrapbooking.
Yes, scrapbooking. I knew your answer straight up.
Is there anything else besides that?
Tinkering on the bike.
I mean, I
I
work on all of our vehicles, cars, bikes, trucks, whatever.
Yeah.
So I would say that's probably my second. Is I do
Wrenching and working and looking after cars.
He'll bitch some, but then he'll be happy. He's doing it.
Like I told her, she has never had to take her car to a shop in 25 years. So I can't imagine how much money we've saved
I was
with me doing all the work.
I married somebody that
Could
saved me a
fix
lot of
everything.
money.
That's the way.
Let's see. I'm crafty. I love the crafty, doing crafty stuff, or out in the yard. I don't mind going out there and doing stuff in the yard, cleaning up the yard.
I hate the yard.
Oh, with you, Sonny, you can come do my yard if you want. Fuck, every time you mow it, it grows 3 inches and you got to mow the cunt again.
Right?
Now, I don't grow anything, I kill everything. So it's very simple things. Like I can mow the grass, pick some weeds, pull some weeds, not pick weeds. But yeah, that's it. We're so into the motorcycle world right now. Is
I mean, that's pretty much, we work and we do motorcycle stuff. But the weird part of us is our work and motorcycles are integrated now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, literally everything's motorcycles. I mean, 24/7, it's motorcycles.
What about you? Have you answered that question?
Hobbies, I like anything sporty. I like watching your footy and camping mainly. Like I said, 4-wheel driving and camping, jumping in a 4-wheel drive, going out bush camping.
Yeah.
Surfing, but then there's no surf up here. Well, not like what I was for. Living in Ulladulla. I was right on the, like you seen my last video, and you walk 50 metres down the road and I'm on the beach.
Smitty, your audio is going out. We can only hear you part of the time. I don't know what's going on.
Everybody
You'll be just fine, and then you're gone.
Yeah, give us feedback, everybody.
I hear you now.
Probably the Wi-Fi. I think because I'm in the garage. It might be just
Nope, now you're gone.
bad connection, Wi-Fi.
I'm just
Come back.
Wi-Fi.
There you are.
Probably just the Wi-Fi, I think, bad connection.
Ah,
Wait, it's Sunday, really? Sunday for Smitty, which I'm sorry, but the Smitty, I ever since
Yeah. I like to know what he was typing to get that word smutty in his index anyway.
Yeah.
What was he watching to get that word smutty in there?
I'm sorry, to me, or it's smutty now. I mean, it's just
Yeah. It probably suits anyway. Robbie fixed me. Okay, we'll jump on the next one.
Okay.
When and how did you learn to ride? Tell us your story.
Oh,
Ride a motorcycle.
you want to go first? Do you want me to?
You go first.
All right. So when I was probably 5 years old, my dad brought a little moped home. It had 2 wheels and a lawnmower motor and a little like foam seat, a little hand control for the gas that was manual. So you kind of like cranked it on and off. I would spend 2 hours getting that thing to start just so I could ride it for 30 minutes.
That's determination.
But I grew up on a 1,000-acre farm. So
you've been riding since you could walk.
I had dirt bikes, 4-wheelers. I mean, you kind of name it. Mama Badger's always like, you were spoiled. What she didn't understand was the 4-wheeler was to go chase cattle. The dirt bike was to go do this. So there was a purpose to every motorcycle or 4-wheeler I had.
Poor guy.
Yeah. That's right. I've been growing up on countries and farms and going shooting and hunting, and you had to have a trail bike or a 4-wheeler, and just go the fences or shut the gate and race ahead, open the gate, shut the gate, all that stuff.
Yeah. It can be fun. I would love that.
Yeah, you didn't live on the farm. Wasn't that fun?
Little girl. My grandparents had a farm, so we'd go out there, but they didn't have 4-wheelers or anything. Oh, but Dad did buy a bike for my brother, and so I eventually was riding on the back with him once he could ride it. So little dirt bikes. I think, Dad, you'll have to correct me on what it was. But so for me, yeah, I mean, my dad had always had bikes. The parents always had bikes, and so when I met Sonny and found out that he liked bikes, it was, we got our first one together, and before kids. And then I just had it on my bucket list. I'm like, I can do that. I want to do that someday. But I mean, I liked riding with him. Never not liked riding with him. It's super cool. There's something about that guy like throwing his arm over your leg, when you're riding and everything. So we're just being nice, scratching his back, rubbing his back, whatever.
That's the greatest.
But yeah, so what happened was he had worked at Harley for a period of time, and so I never entered in those raffles and stuff that they would have. And so when he left, I was like, I'm gonna put my name in there. And so I was teasing the guys, I know them, and I'm like, shake that baby up good, pick my name out of it. And sure enough, he picked my name out to have the riding course for free. So like the $200 value for free. Yeah. So that was in the spring, and then I held on to it for a couple of months, just trying to figure out, okay, when am I going to do this? And we had planned in December we would put the girls on a plane, and so we bought their plane tickets. And in June, when the weather was going to be nice, we were gonna put them on the plane. They were going to fly to Missouri, and then I would be on the back of his Harley, and we would ride there, and we'd take 2 weeks. Well, I got this brain-haired idea. Why don't I go ahead and try to get my license and just see what happens. And I was turning 40. So I went ahead and signed up for the course, and here it was like a Thursday night for the written part. And then Saturday, Sunday was the writing. And then Monday night was the written test. And so I got my endorsement Monday night, got my license Tuesday morning. Friday, bought me a Honda Shadow.
Bought a Honda Shadow 1100, a 2001. And bought that. I rode it home and put her on it.
Yeah, put it on it. And then I wrote it and I wrote it like crazy. And
we were going to leave in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks we were going to leave. And so it's like, am I going to be riding my own? Or am I going to be riding the back with him? And I felt comfortable enough. I was like, I can do this.
I took her through everything I could. Rain, wind, sand, everything I could to get her prepped.
In flat Florida.
So, she had a great teacher.
I did. I followed him. I mean, I never lead. I followed him. And so we took off and we
4,500 miles.
4,500 miles.
So her first month of owning a bike, she rode 5,000 miles.
That's it. And if you didn't know how to ride a bike after that, you would have known.
We rode the Trail of the Dragon. We rode through the Smoky Mountains.
Do you know what
and they're good, all good rides too. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but I got to throw this out there. In this 5,000-mile trip, one of the bikes broke down, and it wasn't the Harley.
Yeah. That's the way.
Yeah. So when ladies ask me, they're like, you know, at what point did you feel comfortable, or you know, how do you get to that point? I'm like, yeah, get on it and you ride it.
Yeah.
Until you
exactly
feel
right.
like you're one with it. So, and we went through, you know, we went through Arkansas with the hills and into Missouri and to
One
Tennessee.
full day of rain in Missouri.
I remember the night before the Tail of the Dragon, I looked at Sonny and it just so happened we rolled in late that night and went in because we never plan out. We just roll into a town and find a
we have an area. We're gonna go in this area tonight, but we don't know where.
So we go in and she's like, all I have left is this suite, you know, with the hot tub and everything. And it was like $60 for this.
Yeah.
And I was like,
sign you up.
All righty.
Yeah.
So got in the hot tub that night. And so I went to bed and I was like, man, if I sleep good and I don't dream about it and I'm not like crazy, you know, like nervous and stuff the next morning, then, you know, let's do it. So I did. I slept like a baby. I slept good, woke up next morning. I'm like, let's do the Tail of the Dragon. Let's go for it. So just followed him, but he was watching me. Like I could see him watching me in his rearview mirror.
I rode that 5,000 miles
and I'm like,
in my rearview mirrors.
Watch the road. Like following you. You go off the car, off the cliff. I'm going with you.
Hey, Sonny really rode it backwards, looking in the mirror.
But the best part of that was I could control the speed. Right, because that's probably to me the most dangerous thing for a new rider is not knowing how fast to take a curve. So I could control that, so I didn't ride to my full potential. I rode to what I thought a new rider could ride at, and so we just had a nice casual ride down the tail, and it was a great time. But I mean, I was very adamant about not pushing it. So I could control the speed, the entry, and she was just following my entry and my exit. So it worked out really well.
Thanks, Carrie. She said, sounds awesome. The Badger's well done. Kudos.
Yeah.
Brandy. Cool. Yeah, that was it.
No, that's it. And even going that slow, you get to see all the scenery and that a lot more. Like, okay, you're still looking in the back of the mirrors, but like instead of racing through a valley like that, you can see it all. And
when we travel cross country, we usually use Google Maps. And so on Google Maps, there's a feature that you can turn off all highways, all toll roads, and you can shut all that off. Mm-hmm. So it takes you on all the back roads, and it's phenomenal. So we're driving down these back roads that we would never be on, just in the country. We usually go maybe 300 to 500 miles a day, but that's a full day because we're on back roads. Mm-hmm. So we're moving 30 to 50 miles per hour rather than 70 to 90 miles per hour.
Yeah, exactly.
So that makes the trip just that much more enjoyable. We stop, we get to meet people. It just, I mean, that's the way to ride as far as we're concerned.
It is. Yeah, I'm not one for jumping on a highway and expressway and roaring up the road because like 10 minutes into that I'm bored shitless. And it's just and Ben's like my scooter's like lowered and all that and Ben's don't interest me. I like sweeping corners, like doing your 7-question challenge too. I know there's one question in there. Do you like twisties or straights or I don't know. Honestly, I don't like either of them. I like sweeping corners. I like a flow, like you're saying. And if you're in a valley, slow down, look at the scenery, watch the road, and enjoy it. Like just, you don't have to go flat out all the time.
At 20 years old, my goal was to get to my destination as fast as possible, right? Now at this age, my goal is to have a good time getting to the destination. So that's why I close out all my videos with it's not about the destination, it's about the ride. And for me, that truly is what it is.
Exactly right.
Right. And that's why we don't set, we're going to be in this town tonight, because what if we find a really cool road or a place we want to stop? Then we're rushing to get to that place. We'll just stop settle the place. We don't have a destination.
Which I'll tell you was hard for him at first because he was a planner. And so it was really hard for him to do. But I think it really taught him just to go with the flow.
It's funny you say that, actually, because I'm on holidays now. For a week and a half, we're going forward driving in the Forby. And I'm that way too. I'll just go, we'll jump in, let's go. And how it folds out, that's the way it is. But Mrs. Smitty's always been a planner. And when we went to Tasmania, we went there, we got to the intersection left or right, and we had the best 2 weeks holiday because we didn't plan nothing. We just, as you went, you stopped and pulled into a caravan park. And like even this one, she goes, you want to plan shit out? I said, we got the first night where we sort of want to be. Then after that, for the next week and a half, we're just going to go because we're going to be exploring and lookouts and things like that. So it's
what
to do a holiday.
Did she enjoy it? Was she?
About to do it. We're leaving after this chat. Up the coast, up to Hat Head and Yapanini, which is a lookout, big mountain there, and the lookout, and we'll be camping in one of the reserves there in the national parks. So, and then we'll just continue on after that and check a few roads and whatnot. Like the whole reason why I bought the 4-wheel drive is like going back to like when you guys started riding. Me and Mrs. Smitty hooked up just after school, and what the clincher was, she could ride a motorbike. So we knocking around as teenagers riding dirt bikes out the back of Pigeon House there, where you've seen on last Ulladulla video, out on a farm and all that. So she can ride, but she just never got a license. And even getting licenses here now, it's a big ordeal. You got to do your riding course and things like that. Whereas back in the day when I got my L's, you just answer 10 questions. Then when you went for your P plates, your next one up, you just I just had to drive around the block and do an emergency stop in the car park.
Yeah.
Got your P plates, and then I'd pull the wheel out the main street out of town after I got it.
Yeah.
But
things have changed.
Mrs. Smitty, I used to go riding all the time, but she's got bad osteoarthritis in her hands. So I've been trying to work out what to do that we can get together and go out and do stuff. And honestly, that's why I bought the 4-wheel drive, because we still go out bush, we can still camp and do all that together, which we like. And just it's in a car, I know, but it's still the same feeling. I know it's not quite the same. It's freedom riding on a bike, but that's what we can do together. So
we can do together, enjoy together. Yeah,
exactly right. So that's why there's sort of probably more 4-wheel drive videos than bike ones. But it's springtime now, my favourite season here in summer, and I will be getting out on the bike and that again, and I'll be getting more bike videos and that out there as well. But it'll be 50-50, be like 4-wheel drive and bike videos.
Our bike season starts in about another month.
Yeah. When spring, at the start of September, that's when spring starts. And the first day of spring was bang. It was just like 25 degrees, t-shirt and shorts weather. It's from winter straight into spring, and it was nice. It was just,
oh, wow. Good.
We've had probably 2 or 3 rainy days, but only a bit of rain. It's not pouring, but it's just, spring's awesome. It's just the right temperature. And
how long does spring last?
Yeah, exactly right.
How long does it last? A couple of months, 4 months?
Until it's over.
Okay, stop.
Yeah. 4 months. I think it started December then, and then it kicks into summertime. But this time last year we had bushfires. That's when the bushfires started in September, and then it burnt till fucking February. So last year / this year, it's been one of those shit years. Everyone's been in it. There's a fires and floods. We had fires, then floods, and now this pandemic, COVID shit, and said the world's changed. So
Been a hell of a year, huh?
It's been a fucked year. Just putting it politely. But anyway.
I think for almost everybody.
Yeah. We'll kick on the next one, but the next, you guys haven't got a drone, have you?
To what?
A drone?
A drone.
Yeah. Nah.
I love listening. I love his accent.
I take the camera and I throw it up in the air and then I run and catch it.
That's it. Or you hold it up as you're going over a jump. Yeah.
So,
that was for the dronies. What's your worst experience with the drone? Like with mine, I pushed the one launch button and it fucked off on me, and that was it. That's my drone experience.
Oh, wow.
It's just
So we've kicked it around.
Right.
You kicked it around.
I have. My problem is, I say this about my YouTube channel all the time. If you're coming there for some cinematic marvel, wrong channel. I'm a Harley riding, motorcycle fixing type of guy. I'm not the artsy guy that will sit there and put everything together to make it look like a cinematic marvel. I will try to get you content that is legible. You can actually understand what I'm doing. But otherwise, I promise nothing. So when we travel cross country, I couldn't imagine. I mean, I pack enough shit as is. I couldn't imagine trying to pack a drone as well.
Bye, Carrie. Yes, that's just it. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot to pack and do and have, and who knows what'll happen. Months down the road if things change. It seems like you kind of see everybody go through that transition where they don't. And the next thing they've got this toy, they got the 360, and then they got the drone, and like everything.
I got a fucking 361, but your editing for that is pain in the fucking ass. Like you got to have Wi-Fi to use the camera to get your circle. You got your oval one. It's like you're looking at a bubble, and you got and around. See, 30D's has got his down pat because he uses it all the time. But there's 3 or 4 different sort of camera angles that you can do on the 360, but you need your Wi-Fi on your phone turned on to operate it.
So one more thing.
I used mine once, and it's in the camera case.
Right where the wall.
Yeah, I'm lucky I only spent $60 on it. So, but just got to fucking I'll have a look at it one day when I'm bored shitless. But at the moment, I'm not. So
next winter.
Yeah, that's it. And as for drones, I'm a bit skeptic about them now because you push that one finger launch, it'll just take off again. So
there goes $300.
There goes $4,000. Oh.
Yeah.
It's like shooting out fireworks.
That's it. Right, I will jump on the next question. Next one is number 5. We're getting through them. Favorite music concert you've been to, or your favorite music that you like? Like your first concert you've been to, if you've been to one.
I think Tortuga was so do you guys know what Tortuga is? Have you heard of Tortuga?
I haven't heard of them, no. What's
so Tortuga is Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Yeah. So they literally clear the beach off and bring in 2
it's a weekend concert. So
large stages on either end with a couple of smaller stages in the middle, and they bring in it's been country stars, and they throw in a rock and roll. But you literally I was like, what are we going to? We'd never been to it before, and we're like, the beach is there in the water, and it's like, oh, do you get to go out in the water and hang in the water and just like listen to music? You don't, because they don't want people on boats coming up and getting off the boats and coming without paying and have their band or whatever. But it still was cool to we went and got a breakfast, and we stayed there. Did we do Thursday night? I think we did Thursday night, didn't we? Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just back to back to back concerts from mid morning to late in the night. Yeah. And then that was the best. But
I would say the best concert I've ever been to was I went to Metallica and Guns N' Roses. way back when I was a teenager, and that was
I took
best one.
Mrs. Smitty's first rock concert. I took it in Metallica in 88, 89. It was the Justice for All tour album. And it was in the Horden Pavilion in Sydney. No seating arrangements. You just fucking went in there and it was lethal. It was fucking, we come out, I was deaf for about 2 hours.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
We went to a service station, filled up and goes, "You been to the concert?" I go, "What?"
Right? That's the sign of a good concert. When you can't hear for 2 hours after the concert, you've been to a good concert.
Oh, exactly. And that was the first one that Mrs. Smitty's been to. And I've been to heaps, like you said, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, whole lot. And as for concerts, yeah, big day out. It's like a Triple J radio station here. Each year they have outdoor festivals and that. Then the biggest one, I took the whole family. It was $200 a ticket, so it was $800 the four of us. Got 2 boys, and there was about 16 bands there playing that we wanted to see out of the 30 or something. And
Nice.
it was Cypress Hill, Blink-182, Offspring, Paramore, Garbage, Metallica, Linkin Park, which I missed. I'm spewing about that because they overlapped, but that was an awesome concert, that one. And after that, we hadn't been back because there wasn't as many bands to see. We're lucky that one, it was 15, 16 bands we wanted to see, and honestly, probably only seen 13 of them. But that was a really good outdoor concert in Sydney.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Well, it's, I think a lot of it is relativity. So when I was growing up, I related to the Motley Crues, the Metallicas, and so on.
Yeah, exactly.
I relate more to the new rock. I don't know it, don't understand it, don't even know who sings it. So now I'm more in the country genre, which sounds a lot like the classic rock I used to listen to. But when I listen to the lyrics and what they're talking about, it relates to my life more.
Exactly.
So when your life relates to it, it just makes more sense.
Looks like
yeah.
she grew up in the same era as Metallica. It's a Hollywood girl rock bands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to. If I was to go to a concert right now, I would want to go see Pink. She puts on a hell of a concert.
Yeah, Mrs. Smitty's seen her once, and the girl rock band, like L7 and what is it, Paramore, and then there's plenty of them out there. Like there's rock on.
Nope, Karen said always Metallica.
1992. Yeah.
The joint tour.
Hey, we were gonna last year we were gonna see concerts we were gonna see, and they were fucking banned. Well, they didn't make it. Metallica was one because James booked himself into rehab, and Slipknot was their lead-up band, and I really wanted to see Slipknot, so we missed them. And then a good mate of mine back in school, he's a real mad Iron Maiden freak. And we bought him tickets to go see Iron Maiden, and then the COVID come out, and we couldn't fucking go to see that, so we had to run the tickets for that too. I seen them in the Fear of the Dark tour in the 90s back in Sydney in the Horden Pavilion again, and they were awesome. And but I was spewing. I really wanted to see Slipknot. They just bought their new album out, so you've been plugging it for a week and a half, ready to go to the concert, and then fucking they don't get out of here.
Yeah.
Just miss it altogether.
Cool. I gotta look them up.
Slipknot? You know who Slipknot is?
No, what do they sing?
We can't be together anymore. Don't know.
Okay, what do they sing? And I'll know what it is.
Well, that.
What
Sorry.
songs do they sing? Slipknot. What songs?
I'll just have to play some for you.
Oh, they're a pretty heavy band. They're a real heavy band, but loud guitars and a lot of drums, and they're the ones that are dressed up and have masks on. They look like your Halloween sort of style.
They're the poster childs for COVID-19.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much is about it.
I'm just thinking, like the girls and I were playing Rock Band. When was that? Last Monday. I think it was Monday. So my girls are so diverse to music now through Rock Band, through the Wii Rock Band.
Yeah.
All the different songs that we have, all the different games with all the different songs. Yeah. Awesome.
My boys driving in the car, it was all AC/DC, Angels, all Aussie rock, all rock and roll. It's like TJ and Steph said, they thought that I just listen to rock and roll all the time, but that's Australia. Australia is rock and roll. We all listen to rock and roll. Then you got country and then everything else, and your heavy metal and your punk and all that. I don't mind punk. I used to listen to punk when I was skating, then teenager growing up, and my rebellious years, which I'm still in. And but I listen to everything. Fucking whatever, what mood you're in, you just put it on and have a listen. And then wait.
Brandy was talking about Barry Manilow.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I don't know that I could go sit in a concert and listen. I like some of the songs, but
is it Jimmy Page buy a drink? Like that was lucky.
Didn't know he was.
Karen saw Metallica last year in Vienna.
Yeah.
I got an album CD of the Black Crowes, and Jimmy Page goes up and guest guitars with them, and they play all Led Zeppelin songs.
Oh, cool.
I reckon the Black Crowes sing it better than Robert Plant. It's just so much more tight, and it's called Live at the Geek. It's a really good concert, that one. My son's a biker.
Stop the club in their tracks when they sing.
Fair enough.
Alanis Morissette, she was one of the ones, there was a bunch of country singers, and she was one of the ones, right? It was Alanis Morissette, was at Tortuga, wasn't it? Yeah, never mind.
Okay. Next one, we're up to question 6. This one starts to get good now. Tell us something mischievous about yourself that you've done growing up, your oldies didn't know about or still don't or haven't told. So there's something mischievous what you've done in your growing up. You could have got arrested for it, or you might not have. Do you want to own up to it?
She's innocent. She's never done it.
So
I don't know where the fuck to start.
Okay, well,
I'm like you, son.
Mom's on here. So when I met him,
Mom, block your eyes.
on our first date, it wasn't a date. Yes, it was a date. So Mom made me a fake ID. She made me a fake ID from Kinko's. She worked at Kinko's. She made me a fake ID. And so I was with my girlfriend, my roommate, who was just living off me. But so her and I and Sonny, and I'd met him a couple other times, but we went to this bar and I tried to get in. And my girlfriend, she's 6 years older than me. She just bebops on in. She's gone. He goes in and I'm staying there and I'm like, well, shit. I can't get into this place. So I just start walking. I'm like, well, home's not too far away. I know where I'm at. I'll just walk home. So I leave the parking lot and go around to the gas station back behind. And I had cigarettes, but no lighters. And here he comes in his S10 pickup truck. I don't know. He got all his drinking, drugging, all that stuff before I met him. So I didn't get to experience it. That's okay because life's been good.
We would not have liked each other.
Yeah, that's it. Had to clean yourself up to claim the prize.
I was just that guy, right? I slept around, I drank, I did drugs, I raced cars. I mean, if it was bad, I did it.
Yeah.
Probably the best thing is, so back when I was a kid, they didn't sell Sunday beer. Now, mind you, I wasn't old enough to buy Sunday beer anyway, but what the cops would do was they would pull us over on Saturday night, and if we had any beer left over, they would take it from us. So we ran out of beer, and we broke into the police station and took our damn beer back.
Got the beer. That's the go.
I married the bad boy.
That's it.
Luckily, he got all that out of the system before I did meet him because, it wouldn't have been good.
So it was a different time back then.
Yeah, exactly.
I grew up in a small town. My dad owned the only mechanic shop in town. So he worked on all the police vehicles. He worked on everything. Everybody knew him. So if we got pulled over and we're drunk, the cop would make us park the car and take us home and drop us off at our parents' house.
Exactly right.
He knew I was going to get my ass beat when Dad found out. That's
exactly.
the way it worked. So we didn't go to jail and stuff for being kids, right? Because we were young and dumb and we did stupid shit. Kids do. And that was the difference. Nowadays, the parents would be thrown in jail. The kid would be taken away. I mean, it's just such a different era now versus then.
Exactly right.
And, so I'm lucky because if I'd grown up now, who knows? Yeah, I'd probably be in the pen. I agree with the guys that say, I just thank God we didn't have cell phone cameras when I was growing up.
Yeah, exactly right. The computers have got a lot to answer for.
So what he's saying, he's glad he met me because then.
Yeah.
Pull back the reins.
No, and
You're right though. It's like that whole era when you're growing up. Like I wouldn't change my childhood. I got my older brothers there, 8 and 11 years older than me. So when they were teenagers, they were street racing and everything else, and I was sliding around the back seat. And I knew, don't tell mum and dad, otherwise you won't be able to go again. So I just kept my mouth shut, and fucking it was awesome. Next, Smitty, you want to come out for a drive? Yep, no worries. So I'd be in the back seat, no seatbelt in the XU1, getting chased by cops, and you'd be able to cruise around suburbs, and there'd be car games. They'd be chasing each other, playing tag and egging people and shit like that, allegedly. But
allegedly, right?
it was just a different period growing up, and it was so much fun. The law wasn't brought into it. The secret is trying not to get caught and just have a good time and don't get hurt. It's really the main thing.
We about ran out of gas one night, so we broke into the police. Had their own gas pumps, so we broke in and got gas. I mean,
exactly. And that's the whole thing too, the jerry can and the hose, siphoning people's fucking petrol tanks because you ran out of gas in the car park. So jerry can out of the back of the ute.
At least 4 gallons of petrol in my life.
Yeah, exactly right. Cool. We'll jump on to the next one. This one's a simple one. It says, what's your favourite sport either to do or watch on telly? Like motorsport, footy, baseball, whatever, or nothing?
I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty upset with every sport that exists right now. They're all a bunch of overpaid whining bitches. But anyway, if I chose one, I've been a NASCAR fan for years and years. I was a big Dale Earnhardt fan. Really killed me when he died. I was a Dale Jr. fan. He's gone now, so I don't really follow it anymore. But the main reason was because we love to go to the races physically, and 2, I'm a mechanic, right? So when they're talking about adjusting everything on the car, I understood it. So to me, that was a fun part of it. She didn't like watching it all unless we were live.
I wanted to be there. I wanted to smell it. I wanted to hear. I love
exactly right.
I love the track itself. So
I'm the same. Like I said, when you said I learned to ride my bikes. My brothers were racing motocross and speedway, and you're there. You're smelling the fuel. You're smelling the tires and the oil and you eating
nothing like that smell.
You got to have a shower because you're fucking just sitting there and you got dirt all over you and you've just been sitting there watching. That's it. And like V8 racing and NASCAR and anything motorsport. I'm a mad motorsport fan. But this year's really bad. Like even with sport, footy and baseball and everything, no crowds has just put a big downer on everything. It's not worth watching.
Right.
Even the motorsport, you got no crowds watching them too. So it's been just one of those wasted years where
I just go ride my motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. But I love speedway. Dirt's because you've been trail bike riding growing up as a kid. You've always been in the dirt, and dirt's it. And you go home.
I wasn't a big dirt fan. I like the asphalt better. We only went to a couple of dirt.
Your mom said you weren't skinny dipping.
Oh,
Yeah.
my mom's got to remind me of the things I did. That's how bad it is. Mom was a great mom. My parents were great. They knew everything I did. I didn't have. I just could. Hey, this is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing.
Like I said, I two older brothers, and when fucking come to me trying to pull the wool over their eyes, I couldn't because they knew it all. My brothers had done everything, so they knew what to expect. So I just had to go with it. So whenever I was out of the house, then that's when you get into trouble. But at home, you couldn't do anything. Worst thing I did.
I did it all. I snuck out. Yeah. I helped girls sneak out. I mean,
yeah, snuck out. I had the beach parties down the beach and all that, and drinking, and that's probably about the most of it down there. Cool. Next one is a bit out of left field. What celebrity does it for you? What's the one person you wouldn't kick out of bed? Like
the one person you wouldn't kick out of bed, honey.
Yeah. So I'm not big into names and people and I see a face, I'm like, oh yeah, I recognize that person, or I recognize that music, and I'm just, I could care less. Like famous people, whatever. I could be sitting across from a meeting and it wouldn't faze me, I wouldn't care. But I did have a dream last night.
Last night. Nice and fresh.
I did, because I told him, like, listen to this. It's another, like, and they say now with COVID that a lot of people are having like these crazy dreams. And I had to literally look it up because I'm like, why am I having these baby dreams? Because I've got one kid that's about out the door. I mean, it's her senior year. So,
thank God.
She's going to be out the door. But so I keep having these kind of kid dreams. And it was the guy that plays Thor. See, I don't even know his name. The guy that plays Thor.
Yeah, that's my wife's husband.
Yeah.
She used to like Matthew McConaughey and a few others, but now he's in the mix. So.
I mean, I never thought, but apparently I guess I do, because I was with him. We were on a motorcycle. We had he had the baby in the front, and he had like something was wrong with his arms too, so he couldn't even ride. And I'm on the back, and we're on some crotch rocket, and we crashed. And then he's like, "Oh, I got this. I'm fine. We'll do this again. Is the baby okay? Baby's okay." You keep freaking out, don't I? Freezing. I can see myself freezing.
Yeah.
So I got on the bike and I'm like, let me drive. I can do this. I'm a girl. I know how to. I got my motorcycle license. I can do this. But he refused. So then he was probably on my shit list, because then he would, be the one driving. But
and that was just last night.
What about you? Like who? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Miranda Lambert's cute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She married again?
I don't know. Who's that one?
Know.
Country.
Miranda.
Mine was always sort of Sandra Bullock and that fucking Mexican chick. What's her name? Selma something.
Selma Hayek.
That's her. Yeah. She's in the Dust Till Dawn or them other ones. Yeah, she was a bit of an all right looker. She's 50-something now. Still my age bracket.
Right. Danica Patrick. I liked her. I just didn't like to hear her talk. But I liked her. She's pretty. And she could drive a fucking race car. What more you want?
Exactly. And all these other ones riding Harleys and motorbikes, there's plenty to look at. So.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. What's your favorite drink? Beer, spirits, cider, or wine? And after, if you had a big night on the Terps, what's your hangover breakfast to go to?
Are we going to get kicked out of Australia if we answer this?
No. I think we're the biggest outgoes in the world anyway.
Well, basically none of the above. We don't drink.
Yeah.
None
of the above.
I drink.
They're gonna think I'm like this snob and I'm like this prissy, like.
Right. I drink Mountain Dew a lot and a lot of coffee, But I drink like a fish up till
right. Coffee's a drug.
When I got it out of his system, he did.
But now it's just like, I mean, if my go-to drink would be bourbon and Coke. So that's my favorite drink. Otherwise, but I just never drink.
From Harry Potter, our butterbeer. We made our own butterbeer. So we took you like butterscotch schnapps.
Yep.
So we went to Disney here Universal Studios, and they've got the whole Harry Potter section. And so took the kids and the parents with us, and we're like drinking this, and somebody's like, I can make this, and we can like make this alcoholic. So came back and we mixed cream soda, ice cream, and the butterscotch schnapps.
That's more of a dessert than a drink.
That's what I like. I like the sweet stuff. Like if it's a margarita or it's got to be sweet. I mean,
Karen likes your Chris Hemsworth. I think that's the
that Jason Momoa. I just subscribed to him this week. He's right into the bikes.
He's really into the bikes. In fact, Harley made him their spokesperson.
I've seen this new one. He's just done the ad for it, and it looks really good. Does a lot of narrating. Obviously, I've only just noticed the last couple of days.
He's in the old Knuckles. So he's got a couple of really cool old bikes. If you go look at some of the stuff he's done, he's into the old stuff, which is really cool. Yeah,
like I said, I've only just jumped onto it the last couple. I've seen 2 of his vids, and then he's got a few more there. I'll
check out his older ones.
Yeah, he's riding the old boppers and all the old knuckles and shovels and that.
Yes.
Look real good.
I was drinking last Sunday, for the first time in a while. I was at a pool party, and it was a Canadian whiskey. Wasn't it Canadian whiskey? The
Canadian Club.
And so an hour, I'm like, well, I'd had three wine coolers and shots of this whiskey, and I'm like, I ain't feeling shit. That's what happens. Like I could spend a buttload of money, go to someplace and spend so much money and not get a buzz or anything. But then so Chaz is like, here, and he's dumping it in my mouth. So I'm doing, and then an hour later, I'm like, damn, my head hurts. Like, this sucks. Like,
why do people drink?
Why do people do this? I don't get it. So that's our drinking.
Giving up drinking. I used to give up drinking every time I had a big one. Giving up drinking.
Or like in July, you had your so many days dry. Was that alcohol you were talking
3 weeks.
about?
Yeah, 3 weeks I was dry. That was hard. The 19th day was the worst. Well, other than that, I didn't worry me because I knew I set a goal and I can do it. When I set my mind to it, I sort of stick to it. But on the 19th, it was a weekend, that Saturday, beautiful spring day, and I was like, fuck, I love a beer about now. It's one of those moments, and I held off. And then the weekend after, I had a 21st to go to, so I blew it out of the water on the next weekend.
Bye,
so.
Brandon.
Oh, ready to take it off. Bye, sweetie. Thank you.
See you, Brandy. Thanks for coming in. Have to go adult. Go be a parent.
Oh, wow, that sucks.
Yeah. Okay, we're up to 10. 3 to go. Tattoos. Have you got any? How many? And tell us a story about your first tattoo or a tattoo story.
Tattoo story. She got her first tattoo.
34? It was 34.
So it was the year we left Missouri, right?
No.
The year we left Missouri?
No.
No, a couple of years before we left Missouri.
Yeah.
She got a tattoo on her foot.
Of a heart.
Of a heart.
Yeah.
A couple girlfriends. Cousin and a girlfriend. Just because the memories of it, I wanted to go with them and create the memory. And I've been wanting to get more. And I seem to find other things to spend money on and time goes someplace.
It costs too much. I'd fucking be covered. I was one of those kids back in the day. You used to have the cigarette wrappers or the bubble gum wrappers, and you'd get stick-on tattoos out of the pack.
Heck yeah.
I had them all up my arm. I was I'm glad I had strict parents because I knew it wasn't going to happen. I got my first tattoo when I was 25, and I even hid that for fucking 3 years off my oldies because just to respect them. I know that they don't like tattoos, so I just sort of on the black sheep. I just sort of kept it hidden from them for a while. Then later on, I got another one around my ankle. And used to wear a sock over it. Just so when I was with my oldies, I just respected. They didn't like tattoos, so I just hid it from them. And then after that, I fuck it. I'm adult now, I can yell over it. But I'd love more, but they just cost too much.
So your story.
So I got my first tattoo 2 years ago for my oldest daughter's 18th birthday.
Was it 2 years?
Yeah, it's like.
So she got her first tattoo at 18. And then I went and got one with her, it's the Badger logo on my arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's another story to that. Angie and me both said we would never put each other's names on our body.
Yeah.
You just hear bad stories, right? So the beauty of this is I'm the Badger. So this is ultimately my logo, but she's the one that created the logo.
Yeah.
So even if something were to happen and we weren't together, I would always know she created it, but nobody else would.
And I tell you, the coolest thing ever is to know something you did is truly. I mean, I'm just like, wow.
I've drawn up because I'm a screen printer. I'm in the artwork side of things and doing shirts and whatnot. But I designed a few. People said they wanted a couple of tattoos drawn up and whatnot, and then they ended up getting them. They one got a butterfly and saw that on a wrist there, and a couple of other ones. And like you're saying, it blows you away that someone's actually liked it that much that they've permanently got it on their body and they like it. So, well, good. I'm glad you do because it's permanent. You know, but it blows you away. Like, shirts are different, but then when you design a tattoo for someone, they love it and they go get it on.
Yeah,
right.
Put together. Tattoo. I would love to be a tattooist, but I'm a shit drawer, so I just know I couldn't do it because. But even like printing, it's my life job. I'd give up fucking printing shirts at home as a hobby. I'd like to, but it's just too. You need a t-shirt dryer, and I can't afford that, so it's just cost. And now with the YouTube channel and all that, I enjoy getting out and doing stuff. So the last thing you want to do is be stuck in the garage printing shirts. So other than that, it's all tucked away underneath the cabinet and in the wardrobe over there, all my screen printing stuff. But I'll probably get one more day. But the worst thing is getting a dryer. A dryer's like 15 grand for a decent t-shirt dryer. And I'm a perfectionist when I come to sort of printing my own shit. Like, I see a fault. It's like a car and a mechanic. You get someone actually, that's a nice car, nice paint job, but a spray painter will go over it. Oh, look, there's a run there. There's this here. There's just, people are out there like that. And I'm like that with screen printing. I know there's a fault in my shirt. I'll give it to someone here. You can have that. Really? They go, yeah, fuck it. You can have it. So bad businessman when it comes to printing shirts. So I fucking stopped it.
Yeah.
But t-shirt dryers cost too much, and just to run it from home, and then you got all the nature and the drainage and everything else, and the law beside it all, not washing stuff down the drain. It's really stopped the hobby side of things. So it's sort of a waste of time to do it now. I'd rather be out, riding my bike, like you're saying, and doing YouTube and talking to people like on lives and that. Do something different. Get out and about. Life's short. You don't want to be stuck inside the garage.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bummer because it's something you do, and something's, like that's stopping you from doing it. But.
Yeah. If I did have a t-shirt dryer, I'd probably kick back into gear, but I still only want to do it as a hobby. I wouldn't want to do it as a... If
anybody out there's watching and would like to donate a t-shirt dryer to Smitty?
Yeah. That would be good, but yeah. Hey, the price of the car. Anyway, all good. Next one. Where you leave? Okay. Your number one ride to do, you like to do, like just when you just jump on a bike, you don't even think about it. You do this one ride. What would it be? Like me, I'll jump on the bike. I've got half an hour, whatever. I'll just shoot straight out the Crowdy Head Lighthouse. I'll just go automatically go for a ride out there, out the beach, out to the point to the lighthouse and back home. It's usually a 40, half hour, 40-minute ride. What's your main and favourite ride that you like to do?
I would say Casey Key for me.
I was gonna say KCK.
Yeah, we like to. It's a key out in the Gulf, and on one side are multi-million-dollar mansions, and on the other side is the ocean, and it's about wide enough for a car and a half. So it's just a little bitty road, but it's just beautiful.
Because I don't know. I moved to Florida. I thought, oh, when you move to Florida, like everywhere you drive along the coast, you're going to see water. That's just not the case when you're on this side. If you go to the east side, there's a lot of road, A1A. You're riding and there's water, but over here there isn't. So there is that section that
is riding next to the water.
Riding next to the water. So that's where I find a good view. That's where I go.
So on the east side of Florida, that's obviously like along the beaches and all that. And on the west side, is that like where you guys are? Is that sort of not swampy, but is that more bush and more mountainsides?
It's not. No, it's just when they built up this area, instead of making the roads to where you weren't building on the beach side, you had to build on the other side. They didn't. I mean, it's just it's housing. It's a lot of building, and it sucks because you just see, in between the houses, you can see the ocean. So it's just the way they built it.
I gotcha. Yeah. That's a bummer.
It is, because I thought I was moving down here to see.
Okay, up to number 12. Not many to go. What's your favourite yearly ride and event to go to?
Yearly ride. We don't usually do like yearly rides. So event, we like Daytona Bike Week because we're in Florida. But we like the annual ride, although we have family in Missouri. So I'd say that, would be probably our closest thing. And that's where we were going when we rode the Tail of the Dragon and all. So we just find a different way to go to Missouri.
But we would put the kids on a plane and they'd
fly to Missouri and we'd ride to Missouri, meet them and the family.
I like taking different roads and going to different things and events and trying different places. And there's always so much going on down here, all over. So
that's it. See you, Nathan.
See you, Nathan.
Bye, Nathan.
He's a Kiwi fella from over Kiwi. He's a top bloke. He's not allowed out of the country. Long story. So we get on like a house on fire. Anyway. My favourite event, or I don't really have one anymore anyway as well, but hopefully when we get this meetup thing organised over here where the vloggers can all meet up without this COVID shit, we would have had a good yearly event to go to. But bike events, there's not much over here. You just sort of got to make your own joy and go and have a beer here and there and everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
So it was just last month we were planning to have one down in the mid-north coast, which is 2 hours south of here. And I had a good ride planned out, but no one could. The borders are shut here still because of the COVID, and I've postponed it till February. So we'll see what February's like, and if it doesn't happen in February, then next August we'll try and start it again there. So just time will tell. We don't know what's going to happen. It's like a weird world at the moment.
Right. Yeah, it is.
Go riding.
The news isn't everything it says it is.
Exactly. All right, number 13, we're up to the last one. It says, one thing, what's your bucket list? One goal and future plans for your channel?
RVing. You want to? He'll be biking it, and I'll be with the RV.
Yeah.
So, Four Corners ride is a big one. We want to take the Four Corners ride. So I would say that's my biggest bucket list ride for sure. Our channel. So we have some really huge things planned this next year, which we can't say what they are yet. But if everything works out properly, it'll be a crazy 2021 for us and our channel. Yeah. Of course, our channel it's all about the biker lifestyle, right? It's all about meeting other bikers, supporting other bikers, and just bringing that biker community together and talking bikes. So, I mean, that's ultimately what our channel is for, what we created it for, and what it will continue to be. But, you know, just some big events and stuff that we've got planned for this next year. And like I said, if everything comes together, it'll be great. It'll be huge.
Yeah, that's it.
I haven't done my own moto blogging yet to get the stuff in now.
Yeah, I've got her a camera and everything. So
she's seen that. That's going to be good. Can't wait for that.
She's going to be doing her own
Me
videos.
Neither.
As soon as I can get her to sit down long enough so that I can teach her how to use it.
We're working on this big poker run for the Cape Coral Chamber of Commerce, and so it's been all focus until 2 more weeks. So 1st of October, I'll get to.
I know about organising. I was the social officer in the social club and road captain and all that, and I did organise a rally there once, and I did it all myself. And
it's a lot.
That's a lot to do. And then there's one there. They wanted it at one location, and then ended up having it at this pub. We had the gymkhana and all that out back, and tyre throwing out the front, and organised the band and everything. And that one we only broke even because it was tough times and had fire bands and everything. And it was just, it's a big thing. And organising poker runs, I used to do the same thing. I'd organise poker runs. I did it for about 5-6 years, organising poker runs and not charity rides, but runs and weekly runs. And poker runs are, like you said, are just as big. You got to organise all your stops and then the cards and everything. But yeah, my bucket list is obviously.
Yeah, and then the big thing, the scary
thing. My bucket list is probably definitely to get over there, over to America somewhere, and just meet as many people as I can, like off the YouTube, and trek around. And I'd love to see. I would say love to see Rushmore and Needles Highway around there. So.
Yes, hopefully you can do that. Get over here in the States.
That's it. If I let you in.
Right.
Cool. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks.
I hate to cut you short, but we've got our live in 10 minutes. So thank you so much.
That's all right. We finished just at the right time, so it's worked out fine. And thanks very much.
Timed it out perfectly.
Yeah.
Love when a plan comes together.
Yeah. We're all our finds and stuff and everything that we just found on this trip. It was an expensive trip, is all behind us. So we're gonna reveal everything that we got.
Angie,
yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks very much.
Thanks,
yeah,
Smitty.
thank you so much for having us on.
Have a great Sunday. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Will do.
Thanks, everybody.
Later. Okay, guys, that's the Badgers. Thanks for popping in. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, thanks, Bert. That was a good one. They're a good couple. And their live is about to pop up now too. So if you want to jump over to their channel, you can see what they got to talk about. I got to pack up now. Me and Mrs. Smitty are about to go trekking and find some tracks to go camping. Cheers. Later.